Open setups mean they can go faster than before if they have that right setup. You snuck in here on me. I didn't hear you come in. So, Daytona, we know it can be a wreck fest, but we know it can be very fun at times. So tell us, what are we expecting to see here tonight? Well, let's go tune in. That is Mr. Chris Isaacs. He is running at number 3. Who you got on there? Genesis. No, that's Racing Paints. Well, I can't see the hood right now, sir. Well, that's definitely not good, especially just before the race. And why is that doing that? And SDK needs to update their program because it's still not wanting to. Is it going to work with me? Probably not. All right, have a good race, and maybe we'll be talking to you soon. All right, tonight's lineup is going to be as followed. Row number 1. That is not the car we were looking for. Row number 1 is going to be Mark Kincaid and Jared Stone. Row number 2, these are not the cars. Don't know why it's on the the little 4-cylinder Mustangs. Balaam Powell and Kevin Leash is going to be on row number 2. Row number 3 is probably due to the fact that I was in a race setting everything up, and it just did not switch over. So don't mind the cars. Dylan Mosley and looks like James Matterroot is going to be in row number 3. Row number 4 is looking like Brianna Laurent and Matt Banky. Row number 5 is going to be Travis Eccles and Jared Squire. Row number 6 is going to be Colton Heffer and Lauren McFadden. Jeffrey Oakes and Daryl Colts is going to be in row number 7. Row number 8 is going to be Morales and Isaacs. So 16 drivers lined up, ready to go. We'll see that one pace lap around. And then we'll get the green flag racing. There is your pole sitter, Mr. Mark Kincaid. Had quite a few wins last season. Looking for that first win of 2025. Well, if you're new to the channel, we appreciate y'all stopping in and spending your evening with us. Let's see if we can get our track map back. All right. Oh, maybe it wants to work. I don't know. And let's see if we can get the track map up. Yes, it's going to work for us. And Let's go. Formation lap, and there's your tower. Once again, we'll see the stage break at a lap number 25, and they'll slow them down and get ready for that final stint to lap number 75. Once again, formation lap is underway. We'll get a green flag this time by. And there is a view from your pace car. The 1354 right there on your front row. Row number 2. There is Mr. Balin Powell. And there is row number 3. A lot of good paint schemes out there. These guys and girls worked very hard to get those cars looking good. Let's see if they can keep them nice and clean throughout the race. Once again, a lot of bump drafting going on here tonight. We'll see how it plays out. If you hit the right rear or the left rear in the wrong spot, you can definitely upset these cars. So let's get ready for some green flag racing as they come out of turn number 4. Let's get ready to crank it up. All right, lap number 1 is complete. We are on lap number 2, and it looks like Mark Kincaid is going to be out in the lead. He's going to be followed by Balin Powell. Balin Powell has got Dylan Mosley right there on that back bumper, and they are doing about 190 miles an hour into turn 1 and out of turn number 2. And there you see the flames are turning up on that number 24 of Dylan Mosley. You got Travis Eccles. He's going to be right there in that number 15 Bucky's Ford Mustang, and he's going to fall back into the 4th position, or he's going to move up to the 4th position. He started all the way back in 9th. Jared Stone falling 3 positions. He's going to tuck in right behind at that Bucky's machine in his number 13 Shell Ride. Down 3, and the 25 of James Manderbrud just tucked in, and we're going to have a little bit of single file racing so far. Now, a few drivers that are back here in the back is going to be, looks like the 82, the 02, and the 97. They're all back here in their own little pack. So we got 2 packs of racing going on. There you have a 3-car pack, and then you have the monster pack, and that's going to be led by Mark Kincaid. Balin Powell going to be right there in 2nd. Dylan Mosley is in 3rd. He's going to be up 2 spots from where he started, and there is Travis Eccles. So just a little bit of single file racing. We're probably going to see this until it starts to get to that second, to the end of the first stage, and then they'll get a little bit more racy. But you can see that secondary pack off in the distance. They are starting to catch up with this main pack. They may make a run for the outside, but we'll have to see as we have completed lap number 3 and working on lap number 4. Chris Isaac's going to be shown in last place. He does not have a drafting partner, and this is not where he wants to be. You can see how far off pace that he is. The 99 of Morales, he is going to be also off pace, and he does not have a drafting partner. So we can see these two go a lap down very quick, fast, and in a hurry here at the first beginning of the race. And we got to move to the outside, and it looks like, who is that going to be? That's going to be James Matterud. He is going to be battling it for that top spot. Right now, he has it, but he has no help right there behind him. Mark Kincaid going to get a nice little push from Balin Powell as they come out of the tri-oval, headed for turn number 1, and Matterud is going to hold on to that lead, and he's going to tuck in front of Mark Kincaid. He wants a piece of the action. Oh, a little bit of bottling back there, bouncing off the apron, and that was going to be the number 15 Bucky's machine. But he gets it straightened back up. Everybody gives him a little bit of room to help him get straightened. And we are still green flag racing. What a nice move on the outside for James Matterud taking the lead. And here comes that Bucky's machine. Here comes Travis Eccles up 5 spots from where he started. Can he pull Matterud as they come out of turn number 4? I don't believe he's going to have the momentum, but he's going to give it a try as the 13 is going to close the door. So he's not going to be, he might be going backwards instead of forwards, unless somebody lets him in to that bottom line. Once you get out there by yourself, you don't have the help, you are going to go the opposite direction than where you wanted to go. All right, he has a little bit of room. He's going to tuck in right there in front of Brianna Laurent, and she is right now riding around in the 7th spot. And you got Kevin Leash. He is going to be right there also, 186 miles an hour coming out of turn number 2. And you can see they're not on the gas. You can see the telemetry down there at the bottom left-hand corner of your screen. You can see that they're on and off the gas so much, kind of trying to save a little bit of that fuel, go a little bit further than the next guy, and that's the reason why we have a lot of single-file racing right now. About a half a track separate the leaders from Chris Isaacs. There you see on your map, they are Chris Isaacs is in the middle of turns 3 and 4, and the leaders are in 1 and 2. James Matterud still out front. He's got a nice little push from Mark Kincaid as they come out of turn number 2. Bottom line feeding. And a nice bump from the 54. Balin Powell maybe going to be looking to the outside if he can get a good enough run. Not going to have the help from the 24 this time. But the 24 was locked to his bumper about halfway down that straightaway. Got a few viewers out there in the chat. Appreciate y'all stopping by and joining us here at Southern Broadcast Gaming. And a little bit of separation back here, and looks like we had somebody blink out. They went off the They went off the tower for a second there and came back on. There you see Brianna Laurent. She is backed off of Travis Eccles a pretty good distance. You got about a 3-car length between her and the 15 of Travis Eccles. Eccles is going to be down a couple positions, but he's still going to be up 3. All right, let's take a look at our positions gained. There you have James Matterud. He is going to be the biggest mover of this race so far, as we have completed 7 laps, working on lap number 8. And here we go, starting of lap number 9 of 75. Let's take a look at the weather. And today's weather forecast is going to be 84 degrees Fahrenheit. Track temp is going to be 94 degrees, and it's going to be partly cloudy with a 6 mile an hour west wind and a 21% precipitation. James Matterud going to be still out here leading. A little bit of snaking going on, but that's them trying to cool these cars down. You can't tuck up in behind these one another for too long, or you'll overheat the car, blow the engine, and pray that you have a fast repair to take care of it. But let's ride on board with Mr. James Matterud and get a feel of how his car is doing. And let's go to cockpit view. There we can watch his hands nice and smooth coming out of turn number 2. There you see the pit exit cone. And let's get us on board there. And there you go. He is full throttle, off a little bit, on a little bit, allowing Mark Kincaid to get up to the back bumper. And there you see everybody's bottom feeding right now in a straight line. Who's going to make the move? Only time will tell. But that Budweiser number 25, he's in control as of right now. Now, we looked at the 97 and company. It was the 02, the 82, and the 97. Now, they are caught back up with the pack. There you see the 02 and the 20. Those two are going to be teammates. That's going to be Oaks and Colts. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. And one's going to be the 02 and one's going to be the 20. So don't let that fool you. Lap number 11 underway. Actually, lap number 12 underway. Lap number 11 is complete. All right, let's go through the field just a little bit. There is your leader. There is Mr. James Manderud. Driving at number 25 Chevrolet. Right there in second, going to be down one position, is going to be Mark Kincaid in his number 54 Chevrolet. Balaam Powell, he is going to be in that number 11 Chevrolet. And he is riding in third. Right here in fourth is going to be Mr. Dylan Mosley in his number 24 Chevrolet. So you got four Chevrolets up in the top five. And your first Ford is going to be Jared Stone in that number 13 Ford Mustang, along with Travis Eccles in the number 15. He's going to be riding around in sixth. He is going to be the second biggest mover of the race. He's going to be up 3 positions from where he started. Brianna Laurent, she is going to be right there in that number 6 Chevrolet. And Kevin Leash, he is going to be the next Chevrolet in line in 8th. He's going to be down 4 positions, but there's a lot of racing left to go. Matt Banky going to be down 1 in 9th, driving that number 35 Chevrolet. Colton Hefner is going to be one of the 2 Toyotas in tonight's race. He's going to be up 1. And Jeff Oaks, he is going to be right there in 11th, up 2 spots from where he started this race, driving that number 20 Ford Mustang. Daryl Colts, he is going to be in 12th. He is going to be driving that 02 Ford Mustang. Those 2 are going to be teammates. And Lauren McFadden in the number 82 Ford Mustang is going to be right there in 13th. Jared Squires in the number 97 John Deere machine. It looks like he's got a little bit of rubbing on the left side of that car. Maybe that's just the way the light was hitting it. Oh, it looks like he's got a little bit of damage on his left front fender. Could be slowing that car down just a little bit, but he is going to be down 4 in 14th. Morales, he is going to be the second Toyota in tonight's race, and he and Chris Isaacs have now linked up, trying to make a little bit of ground up. 2 cars are better than 1, but the leaders are coming fast, and we're going to ride on board with Chris Isaacs from his rear gearbox. And right about now, there you see, there's the lead pack. They're in jeopardy of going a lap down, and when a lap number 25 comes along, these 2 are actually going to be battling it out for the lucky dog. Well, let's catch back up with the pack and see if anything is going on. And it looks like we are still going to be bottom feeding just a little bit. You can see the separation right there with Brianna Laurent. She is back here saving a little bit of fuel, I guarantee. As you can see, she's off the gas. She's off the gas quite a bit. Coming through the tri-oval, off the gas again. And now she's going to tuck up behind that 15 of Travis Eccles. But even a bigger gap right here between, I believe that's going to be Colton Hefner. He has got a pretty good gap between him and Matt Banky. But I really kind of want to see the damage on the left front of this John Deere machine. Actually, it looked like there's damage, but I'm not seeing it. So I don't believe there is. Maybe it was just the way the light was hitting it. But we'll go back out. All right, well, we are 9 laps until we see that stage break. So we're probably going to see moves here playing out, and we'll probably see some double file racing here coming very, very soon. Daytona can be exciting, or it can be a little bit of a draft fest. And that's what we're seeing right now, as it looks like Matt Banky having a little bit of internet connection issues. He blinked out for just a moment. But hopefully everybody's Wednesday evening is going pretty darn good. Me and myself, I got me a cup of coffee, got some racing to watch, and doing pretty good. I get to spend my evening with all the viewers out there. We appreciate y'all stopping by. Hit that like, share, and subscribe. Help us get this content out there. Show everybody a little bit of good racing. And look at this pack of Ford Mustangs. They have really linked up, and they got a lonely Toyota right there with them, and that's going to be Colton Hefner. So you got 4 Fords and 1 Toyota leading that small little pack. Oh, and Colton Hefner going to have a little bit of problems. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? And he is going to be slow. Let's see if we can rewind that and take a look at what happened. Let's stop it right there. And that's what I was saying. If you don't hit these cars just right, and it may not have been. Let's see. Let's go here. Let's see if we can get a spotter's view. That may not be the best one. Let's go to a chopper view. No contact that I can see. It looks like that car just broke loose a little bit. Yeah, the car just broke loose and started going down the track. No contact. Maybe a little bit of net code. Not exactly sure. No contact. And wow. 97 going to get a little bit of damage. He's going to have a lot of right side damage. He's going to have a little bit of a pretty hefty repair bill when he goes into the pits. And we have a caution. We are going to be under our first caution of the night. Let's go ahead and throw that caution. Our caution flag is presented by Genesis Aviation. And let's see if we can go find out what exactly came about. Let's see, we had Leash go off the track. Oh, there is another incident right there. And coming close to the stage break. This is where we're gonna see those cautions happen. And we'll go to the chopper cam and let's go. Let's roll that beautiful race footage. There you go. The 77 gives Laurent a pretty good shove right there on the right rear. Shoves her down just a little bit. Here comes Banky. He's thinking he's going to go up high. He has the draft, and he is going to touch that left rear just right, and it sends that 77 down the track. And let's see if he does a pretty good job at saving it. It's only a single car incident, but he is probably going to get an unsafe entrance pit road. Yeah, it has it locked down. Yeah, that's probably a black flag. So, first caution of the night. Mark Kincaid going to be out front. Definitely been, like I said, it's been a while since I've been on a live broadcast. I mean, y'all probably saw the 24-hour broadcast. That was pretty much me stepping in every now and again, talking a little bit, and then letting these guys do their thing. All right, we got a couple people in the chats. You know, tell me, who are you rooting for? All right, so we had a few pit takers, and now we are going to get a double file once again. We're going to have a short run to the stage break. We're going to have about 4 laps. And then we'll see the second caution of the night, and that's going to be a stage break. All right, Mark Kincaid going to be out front. Balin Powell going to be sitting on the outside. And that's not what I wanted. All right, second row is going to be James Mandarood and Dylan Mosley. And you got Brianna Laurent and Jared Stone going to be in your row number 3. Row number 4 is going to be Matt Banky and Travis Eccles. So you got Jeff Oates and Daryl Colts, Lauren McFadden, and Jared Squires. And the two that got a lucky break from that are going to be Chris Isaacs and Jacob Morales. All right, getting ready to take that green flag once again. Here he comes to the Geico restart zone. Get ready, because here we go. All right, and the caution is out once again here at lap number 22. We're going to have to go and see what brought out the caution flag. Not exactly sure why iRacing threw that flag, or if it was a admin caution. We're only at lap number 23, so where did it come from? And not seeing any indicators. Well, let's go back through the field and see if we had anything happen. It looks like everybody was bunched up together, so that could have been staged. Maybe, maybe not. Don't know. Oh, there it is right there. Chris Isaacs. Let's go take a look and see what happened to Chris Isaacs. Very interesting. And we're going to stop it right there. We're going to find a different camera angle. Let's go to the handy dandy chopper cam. Let's go to chase cam. Oh, there were a little bit of 3 wide action there, and 97 may have touched him in a place he didn't want to be touched. Yeah, 97 comes down the track a little bit off the wall, and it looks like there may have been a little bit of net code. And a little bit of front end damage for that number 3 machine driven by Chris Isaacs. So, second caution is out for the evening. That could be our stage. And let's take a look at the damage. I don't believe it's going to be that bad. Maybe, maybe not. 97 has a lot of front end damage there. You can see that that right front, he is going to have definitely a lot of damage to go in and fix up. But we'll see if he tries to use that fast repair, or if he leaves it like it is. Jared Stone going to be scored your leader here at lap number 24. Pace car lights should be going off this time. We're going to hide the battle box right there, because we are under caution. And we should, if they called the stage at the point of the yellow flag, let's go back and see who was the leader at the time. And that's going to be Mark Kincaid. He was right there up in front. So Mark Kincaid, Balin Powell, and James Manderrood going to be your top three if that was stage. All right, pace car lights are out, and Jared Stone is going to be scored your leader. Mark Kincaid going to be right there in second. Dylan Mosley, Matt Banky, and James Manderrood are going to be all in your top five. Balin Powell is going to be in, Balin Powell is going to be in fifth, and Matt Banky is going to be, or James Manderrood is going to be in sixth, and Balin Powell is going to be in fifth. He's going to be lined up on the inside lane. Lauren McFadden going to be up 6 positions, going to be right there in sixth, finally making it up into the top 10. Squires, Hefner, Morales, a couple big movers in the top 10. Let's go ahead and put that position gain box up there. There you can see all your big movers. And Jacob Morales in that number 9. Jacob Morales in the 99. He is going to be your biggest mover as of right now. The name's right, but so the car numbers are not right on the positions gained. Maybe it just figured it out. Oh, hey, this is not right. All right, well, it looks like Jared Stone is going to get ready to take the green flag. Let's go ahead and get the caution off, and let's go back. Green flag racing. Let's crank it up once again. Single file racing. It looks like we got 2 big packs going on, and you got Jared Stone. He's going to be right there leading that first big pack. And let's get a better camera angle. There you can see that first big pack, and then you have about a 6-car pack back here, and I believe that's going to be Chris Isaacs leading this second little pack. He has got Colts right there behind him. Travis Eccles, he is going to be not too far behind. Brianna Laurent, Colton Hefner. You got Morales, and you got Oaks back here. He has got Kevin Leash right there in front of him. So you got a couple packs breaking off and trying different strategies. You do have a little over 40 laps to go. And the fastest lap is going to go to Balin Powell, which right now is going to be in the 4th position. There you can see that Amtrak Matt Banky, number 35, right there in front of him. And we are riding on the gyro cam as it pans out. And there is that number 11, all tucked in close together. Mark Kincaid all over the back bumper of that number 13 Ford Mustang driven by Jared Stone. That is going to be our current leader right now. And let's show the onboard. 190 miles an hour coming out of turn number 4. Mark Kincaid going to give him a nice little shove through the Geico restart zone to the start-finish line. And here we go. Lap number 29 underway. And we've seen a couple different leaders. We've seen the 54. We've seen the 25. Now we see the 13 out here out front. 2 Chevrolets and 1 Ford have led some laps here. Can we get a Toyota up here and make it a trio? Only time will tell. And whoever's in 9th, just where are they at? So Chris Isaacs is not even showing on the scoreboard right now, and not exactly sure why. I don't know. Let's see if we can take that away. We'll go up here and we'll see if he's on the ticker. Yeah, he's on the ticker. Let's see if he joined back in on the tower. Oh, yeah, there he is. All right, fastest lap is still going to be Balin Powell with a 46.512. That's a blazing fast lap here, especially in these next-gen cars. These cars are not exactly my favorite. I like the older NASCARs. They're a little bit looser. I feel that these cars are a lot tighter. Now, these guys running a custom setups, able to do adjustments. Now, that may change if I was to try to run a custom setup. Now, your fastest lap is going to belong to Dylan Mosley. And he is back here in the 8th spot. And there he is, that number 24. Still single file racing, and this is going to be strategy racing. Everybody trying to go the extra mile, saving a little bit of fuel, but you know who is not saving fuel? This man right here. But he may have a little bit of strategy going on as Mark Kincaid is pushing him down the front stretch through the tri-oval into turn number 1. Little weave back and forth from the 54. And a little interesting fact about Matt Banky. Matt Banky started on a controller. Now he's upgraded to a wheel, and you know we're not used to seeing him running up towards the front, but phenomenal changes have been made to this team, because now we see him running up here in 3rd. Maybe can he get a win here? It is Daytona. Anybody can win here at Daytona, but seeing that number 35 up towards the front, definitely an improvement from the past few years. So great job to him and his wife Brianna Laurent, as she's back here in this small 4-car pack. Lap number 33 underway. And let's put it on exciting. See what it gives us. It's going to send us up to the main pack. hard bump from the 54 to the 13. Mark Kincaid using that front bumper, trying to get it at 13. Keep that 13 on speed, and Mark Kincaid out on the outside. Don't think that was on purpose. You can see he's been using that bumper quite a bit. Look how flat the front nose is. Let's see if we can get a close up of that. Let's go get a gearbox. And Mark Kincaid, yeah, he's definitely been using. See how much damage is on the front nose of that car. He has definitely been using the front bumper, pushing that 13 all around the track. A lot of bump drafting. There's another big bump from the 54 down the backstretch. There you can see how the rotors and all the ductwork for these cars. All these cars are digitally scanned by iRacing. They do a phenomenal job trying to get the cars as real as possible. And down the front stretch he goes. Well, trying to look for the best action on the track. Still a lot of racing left to go. Lap number 36 underway. About halfway through lap number 36. Still got a lot of racing left. $40 laps to go here in tonight's race. They did lower the lap counts from last season to make the racing a little bit shorter and maybe a little bit more exciting. Right now, following along with Squires. Once again, the biggest mover of the race is going to be Lauren McFadden. Going to be up 6 spots in the top 10. Next biggest mover is going to be Chris Isaacs. He's going to be up 5 from where he started this race. He started in the back and now finds himself all the way up to 11th. Had to use his fast repair already. Got that car all nice and cleaned up and trying to make it to the end with 39 laps to go here in the final stage of tonight's race. And if you tuned in at the beginning, had a few audio issues. Usually I do play the national anthem. Didn't get to play it because I was having an audio issue, but we'll get that all figured out. And let's go up and see how Jared Stone is making out. He's still got a line full of cars. One Ford out front, chased by 4 Chevrolets. And he got a few manufacturing teammates. Only manufacturing teammates. They're not actual teammates. Towards the rear of that pack. All right, so coming up next week on February 19th, they are going to be at Old Atlanta. That is definitely going to be a pretty exciting race. So New Atlanta is kind of like a super speedway. Next week, it is going to be at the Old Atlanta, so it is going to be a very unpredictable track. You know, we'll probably see a few cautions there, but 90 laps there. We're going to see our first stage at lap number 23, so definitely don't want to miss next week's race. And then we're going to go to COTA on the 26th. They got a nice looking schedule. Can't wait to see some of these tracks with these cars. Been a while since like I said, I don't really race these cars, so it's going to see how interesting these custom setups are going to do for a lot of these drivers. Yeah, let's ride around with Matt Benke. All right, we finally got some side-by-side action, and that is going to be Banky and Powell. They are going at it pretty hard. There you saw a little bit of door touching coming into turn number 1. And now they are going to be side by side. Banky looking to go the wrong direction. Balin Powell going to take over the 3rd spot. Here comes James Vanderrood. He's going to give Powell a push down the backstretch. Banky trying to use that side draft coming into turn number 3. He is hanging tough on that outside all by himself, trying to use a little bit more side draft. Not going to be able to keep it though, but coming out of turn number 2 or 4, still side by side. That side draft is working out for him amazingly, but he's going to need a little bit more help if he wants to advance and get that position back. Lap number 43 underway as we are over halfway. With 33 laps to go, we'll probably see a lot more cars really pick up the pace. There you see Matt Banky still trying to fight on that outside. Nobody wants to go with him unless he is going to try to get Brianna Laurent up to him and gain a few positions on that outside. She has a little bit of company. That's going to be Daryl Colts and Chris Isaacs going to be all right there in the mix, along with Jared Squires and Travis Eccles. Now they will have to make a green flag pit stop to make it to the end, so we'll have to see how all this plays out, as Matt Banky still holding on to that 4th place all the way on the outside. He's making a little bit of ground in the corners. Once again, utilizing a little bit of that side draft. And he makes up a little bit coming out of turn number 3, but still pretty much left out to dry. Now here comes that Ford Mustang. He's going to jump out to the outside, and that is going to be Daryl Colts. Klotz. And hopefully I'm saying that right. If I'm not, please forgive me. And Chris Isaacs is going to be taken up in that 3rd lane. Now Matt Banky lost a few positions, but now he's got a little bit of help, so he might be able to gain that back. And here comes the number 15. That is going to be Travis Eccles. He is going to join that high line. Now we got a 4-car train on the high line, and now they have made it up to James Vanderrood, and it looks like Matt Banky is going to be on the move with some outside help. Now going to be all the way up to the 4th position. Can he get 3rd from Balin Powell? And he has got 3rd for the moment. Got a nice little shove from Klotz right there in 5th now. He came up from the back, and now they are moving forward. And here comes Matt Banky to give Jared Stone a run for his money. And Matt Banky, it might lead this lap. And he's going to leave Klotz right out to dry as they start with 30 laps to go. Now will Klotz do the same thing, and now we got a lot of side-by-side racing. We got 5 cars on the outside lane. Here they come in the middle of turns 1 and 2, and now out of turn number 2, it is going to be that 0-2 of Klotz looking to take the lead. We have another lead change. This is going to be the 4th lead change of the race, and now it's going to be the 5th as Klotz, he looks to take the lead away from Banky. Is he going to be able to make it around with Chris Isaacs right there in the mix? Chris Isaacs got into a little bit of a tussle. He had to use that fast repair, and now his car is out here challenging for that lead. And there he is, Chris Isaacs, Winston-Salem, North Carolina, now moving up to 2nd. He is going to be the biggest mover of the race. And there are your big movers. Isaacs up 14. Klotz right up there with him with 13 positions gained. Matt Banky going to be 5 positions gained. Eccles going to be 3, and McFadden going to be 2. All subject to change. And it looks like the high line has died. Oh, that Bucky's machine of Eccles, he really made a dive for the low lane. He didn't want to go further back in the pack. And now he's just going to tuck in and ride right there behind Brianna Laurent. Pretty much Matt Banky made a run for the front and left her behind. And there is your leader, that Ford Mustang, driven by Daryl Klotz. And once again, thank you for stopping by Southern Broadcast Gaming Network. We're out here at the Daytona, the first race of the season here with Old Glory Racing League. Looks like everybody is tucked in, getting ready to make those green flag pit stops here sometime soon. So I don't know how many laps they can go on a tank of fuel, but still riding around with our leader in that 02. That's going to be Daryl Klotz. And it looks like his bio says, oh, here comes the green flag pit stops. Got to get him slowed down. And it's going to be Isaacs, Banky, Stone, Laurent, Manderud, and it looks like Mosley and Squires. So everybody got their car down to 60 miles an hour coming down pit road. Klott's going to stay out. It looks like Mark Kincaid, Balin Powell, and Eccles going to stay out. Morales and Hefner going to keep their Toyotas out. They are pretty much off the pace. Don't know what happened to these two, but it's good to have a friend. And right now, Morales is saying, you got a friend in me. And here they come into the pits, as so do the leaders. They were just about to go a lap down, and everybody looks like they got their cars down to pit road speed. Balin Powell, Travis Eccles locked them up just a little bit. Saw a little bit of smoke coming from the left front. And Matt Banky and company are coming out of the pits. Chris Isaac's going to come out second. Brianna Laurent coming out third. Got Jared Stone right there coming off pit road in fourth. And McFadden, Mosley, Manderud, and Squires going to be all in a pack. All right, let's see how it plays out for Matt Banky, as he doesn't have a lot of help, but he's got some help. And Matt Banky trying to make his way around the leaders. There you see Mark Kincaid and Balin Powell coming out 1 and 2. Matt Banky already up to speed. He's going to catch a little bit of draft from Balin Powell, and that's going to group this bunch back up together. You got Jared Stone. He's going to be right there in fifth. He's got a he's running in a two-car pack with Brianna Laurent. James Vanderbrud, he's got a little bit of a gap between him, Mosley, Squires, McFadden, Klotz. Oh, it looks like the 97 is going to be off pace. Don't know exactly what happened, but the yellow flag is going to be out. Let's go back and see if we can take a look and find out what happened to Squires. And it happened right there in front of him. Whatever happened, let's see who is right there in front of him. Let's change that camera angle. Let's go to blimp cam. Anybody know? So it might have been somebody coming off of pit road. And it was Daryl Klotz. Let's find out what happened to him. I didn't get an indicator for it, and it was an incident coming off of pit road with his teammate. And let's play it in full speed. You got to be careful trying to get back on the track. These cars are, like I said, unpredictable, especially on old set of tires. That car can just step out from you, and there it did. He touched the yellow line and just stepped out. He came up on the track, and around he went. No harm, no foul, but definitely impeded traffic. So they threw the caution flag, and we are under caution. So he's going to go in and get those tires all freshened up. Probably top it off with a little bit of go-go juice. Mark Kincaid going to be scored your leader. 22 laps to go. And let's see who we can find. Mark Kincaid, this is Richard up in the booth. You got a copy. Man, you're running very, very well, but I do have to say you have put the bumper to a lot of back bumpers. That nose is a little beat up, man. How are you going to do in the front leading this thing? You are definitely using that front bumper. It's a little caved in, but I don't think it's gonna be too bad on you, man. You've been running pretty well. How do you feel being back out here with the Old Glory Racing League? Absolutely. Now you're looking forward to the open setups compared to the fixed setups that y'all were running last time. Absolutely. Well, Old Atlanta is going to be coming up next week. We'll talk about that a little bit later. Looks like you are going to get ready to go back green flag racing here in about a lap or so. But, man, great to be back. And we'll see if we can catch up with you after the race. Not a problem. All right. That was Mr. Mark Kincaid using that front bumper, stopping people from saving fuel. And we are going to get ready to go back green flag racing. You got Bailey Powell going to be starting on the outside. You got Chris Isaacs going to be starting right there behind Mark Kincaid. And Jared Stone going to be restarting on the outside of row number 2. Row number 3, it looks like it's going to be Lauren McFadden and Dylan Mosley. Going to be on row number 3. Jared Squires and James Vanderrood, Matt Benke and Travis Eccles, Brianna Laurent and Klotz is going to be in 12th. Jeff Oakes and Kevin Leash going to be starting in 13th and 14th. And Morales and Hefner are going to be in 15th and 16th. Everybody still out there on the track getting ready to go back green flag racing. There is your race leader, the number 54 of Mark Kincaid. Kincaid did not hold on to the lead for very long as he has fallen back to the 4th position. Now is going to be down 3 spots. Still has Balin Powell right there in front of him. 19 laps to go in tonight's race. And look at that outside lane start to go. Jared Stone trying to get the lead back, and he's trying to keep the lead. And he has got Dylan Mosley right there behind him. But Mark Kincaid going to give the bumper to Balin Powell. And this may have been somewhat of a strategy. You know, we talked a little bit about the damage on the front of Mark Kincaid's car. Might not have been as good in front as they wanted it to be, and now he let Balin Powell right there in front of him. So outside lane, inside lane, all starting to heat up as we are down to 18 to go in tonight's race, the first race of 2025 for the Old Glory Cup Series. Jared Stone not able to nose himself out in front of Balin Powell as of yet. Now he's going to have it, but for how long? Because here comes Mark Kincaid, going to give him a nice little shove down the backstretch, and it looks like the 13 is going to be able to get about a car length in front of the 11, but he's not going to drop down. He's not going to bail on Dylan Mosley. Dylan Mosley still hanging tough. It's going to be tucked up right behind that number 13 as they come out of turn number 4, headed for the tri-oval. There they are in the Geico restart zone. Still got about a 6-car train on that top lane. Ooh, a little bit of bob and weaving going on by the 54. May have got a shove from the 3 down the front stretch just before turn number 1. It got him out of shape a little bit, but he was able to collect it. And this is where those custom setups and making those adjustments really can make you or break you, because the wrong adjustments, maybe somebody would have lost that. But Mark Kincaid able to hold on to that car. And it looks like Jared Stone still going to hang tight with Dylan Mosley. Right there on that top lane. Dylan Mosley going to be up 3. Lord McFadden up to 3rd. And they are going to push their way in front of Balin Powell. And it's only just a matter of time. Let's see if these drivers stay right there until everybody is clear and then drop down. This is the tracks where you find out who your friends are. Superspeedway racing, you really have to have some really good friends or they'll bail on you. Ooh, a lot of position. And Mark Kincaid falling all the way back down. We're going to have to stop it right there. We're going to have to go back and see what exactly happened to Mark Kincaid, because he was really off pace. It looks like he may have got a shove that he didn't want. And let's see. Coming out of turn number 2, there's Chris Isaacs. No. He just drops down to the bottom of the racetrack and goes towards the back. Maybe a little bit of fuel saving. Oh, maybe not. He is way off pace. But back out front, we're looking at Jared Stone leading this pack with Dylan Mosley, Matt Banky. Klotz is back up front after his little incident coming out of the pit road, bringing out the caution number 3. And there you have Balin Powell now all by himself. And Mark Kincaid all the way back now, about 4 seconds and climbing. Being back here with no drafting help is pretty much impossible to keep the speeds that everybody else is. 190 miles an hour for the leader, and then you have Mark Kincaid. He's doing about 177. So there is quite a bit of a difference. But you have 2 that are coming up, and that is going to be, I believe that's going to be Colton Hefner, yeah, and Jacob Morales. But back out front, 24 giving a shove to the 13 and coming into turn number 1. Still a little bit of single file racing. Looks like Balin Powell looking to the outside. Doesn't have a taker just yet. He's going to tuck it right in front of Chris Isaacs on that bottom lane. And here comes James Mannerwood. He's going to be down 1 position right there in 7th. He's going to try to take advantage of that one car being on the outside lane. But that one car using a little bit of side draft was able to keep his spot. And Brianna Laurent trying to make a move on the outside. There you see she is getting passed by Klotz right there in the 02. And the 77, that's going to be Leash. Kevin Leash, he's going to be down. He's going to be the first car one lap down. So he is looking for a caution to come out so he can be back on the lead lap. Now all four of these cars back here are going to be fighting for the lucky dog. But 12 laps to go in tonight's race, and it's winding down pretty quickly. These shorter races, they get done a little bit earlier. Jared Stone still out front. Nobody ready to get racy. 11 laps to go. Got an 8-car pack up here in front. Brianna Laurent going to be the last car in that front pack. And here you have the second pack. You got Travis Eccles. He's going to be right there behind the 77. And the 77 is going to be the first car one lap down. And there you see the 15. He's going to make a run to the outside. Maybe the 77 won't race him too much because he is a lead lap car. And then you also have the 97 right there trying to keep him up to pace. But 15 and 82 going to be stuck on the outside, not going to be able to make the pass. That's going to slow him down. Oh, the 15 had a little bit of a malfunction, touched the wall just a little bit. That may slow that 15 down. Jared Stone still out front, still getting a push from Dylan Mosley. Matt Bankey going to be still hanging tough right there in third. Balin Powell going to be right in fourth. Up 11 spots is going to be Chris Isaacs with 10 laps to go. Now, with all this going on, it looks like Oaks is going to be off pace, and he is going to meet the leaders very soon. And he is going to be the last car one lap down. So he is going to be down 2 laps once the leaders get past. And Jared Stone going to take the bottom lane. Oaks going to let him have that bottom lane all to themselves. Stay out of the way, and he'll probably tuck in right behind these leaders, catch a little bit of that draft, and try to get at least one of those laps back if the caution comes out. Now it's going to be a 6-car pack. James Manarud, he is going to be the last car. There you have Travis Eccles, you have Lauren McFadden. They are 8th and 9th. And then Brianna Laurent going to be back here in 10th. Everybody is spread out. Don't know what's going on, but here is our 11th place driver, and that is going to be Mark Kincaid. He's back here with a couple lap down cars, and that's going to be our 2 Toyotas. So Toyota's not showing the speed here at Daytona Superspeedway. Excuse me. And that's unusual for these 2 drivers. I mean, I've watched them race. They've been here for quite a while. Hefner, he is a force to be reckoned with, and to see him back here in the back, oh my goodness! And the 99 getting out of shape, and that's going to bring out a caution. Caution flag is going to fly. I don't know exactly what happened to the 99, but his car just broke loose. Let's go back and take a look. There you see he goes up top, and the car back end just breaks loose. And Mark Kincaid, nowhere to go. That is going to save him because he had a lot of damage to that car. And let's take a look. right now we're riding on board with Jacob. So, very interesting. But it is a savior for some of these drivers. And we'll go back live now. A lot of these drivers will probably come in. And it looks like Leash is going to be... I believe Leash is going to get his lap back. No, I'm sorry. It's Klotz. He's going to get his lap back. Jared Stone going to be your leader as of right now. We will probably have about 3 laps to go when we go back green flag racing. And let's see if we can get our leader. He is going to be in Ford Sports Racing. And let's bring him up to the broadcast booth. Jared Stone, this is Richard up in the booth. You got a copy. Not a whole lot. You're what's happening right now as you are leading this race. You'll have probably about 3 laps to go when you go back green. You got your teammate. He's going to be starting beside you no matter which lane that you choose. So y'all got to have a good strategy going on. And I'm pretty sure I just interrupted that strategy talk. Well, good news is Dylan Mosley's teammate is all the way back in the back. So you got a few things working for you there. But, man, it's good to see you, that Ford out front, man. Good to see y'all racing again. How you feeling about this season? Absolutely. How are you feeling about the kind of open setups, being able to adjust your car throughout the race? Absolutely. Well, good luck in the rest of your race. You're going to have 3 to go when you go back green, and let's get you down to to your teammates so you can finish strategizing. Appreciate you coming up here and talking to me, and we'll catch you in a little while. Good luck. All right, going to be 3 laps to go when we go back green flag racing. There is Jared Stone. He is your current leader. Got his teammate Dylan Mosley going to be restarting on the outside. They're strategizing of how they're going to do this. We'll probably see the 24 either jump out front or tuck in behind the 13. And these 2 drivers are a part of Ford Sports Racing, but one of them drives a Chevrolet. I wonder if they know. Maybe somebody should tell them. But anyways, just kidding. You got on row number 2, you have Balin Powell and you got Matt Banky. And so far, Matt Banky has been running up in the top 5 for most of the night. And now he finds himself maybe to grab a podium, maybe to grab a win. Chris Isaacs, he had a little bit of trouble, up 10 spots. He's going to be starting in row number 3, along with James Metterud in that number 25 Budweiser Chevrolet. Right there in row number 4 is going to be Travis Eccles and Jared Squires. We saw them way back in the back of the pack, but don't look too far. But there is our pole sitter, and that is going to be Mark Kincaid and Brianna Laurent. Going to be down 3 spots. Going to be wrapping up your top 10. You got Lauren McFadden, Kevin Leash, and Daryl Klotz. Going to be right there in 13th. Getting ready to take the green flag race. Green flag with 3 laps to go. Let's get it done. Here we go. What's up there, Mark? Oh my goodness, look at all the action that we got going on right now. Now they've already taken it back down to 2 wide, but it's not over yet with only 3 laps to go. Here they come into turn number 3. And a little bit of a raciness from the 24. 24 was up towards the front. Now it's fallen all the way back to the back. And 3 wide, Mark Kincaid, Matt Banky, and it looks like Brianna Laurent going to be part of that action. Mark Kincaid with the meat in that sandwich. But Balin Powell is going to have the lead as of right now. James Vanderrood is going to be right there in second. And Chris Isaacs going to take up the 3rd position. They got a little bit of the 3-car breakaway. They got about a 5-car lead on Jared Stone and Dylan Mosley. And they are trying to make something happen on that outside lane. And here comes that number 15 of Travis Eccles. He is going to be joining that outside lane, trying to make something happen. Here comes the 97, trying to close the door. Brianna Laurent, not sure of who she needs to go with. But she is going to tuck up behind that number 97 and take away that 5th position from Jared Stone if she can make the pass or get the draft. And it looks like, ooh, a little bit of bobble. And here we go. White flag is out. This is the final lap. Who is going to take home the win here at the first race? Oh, they're wrecking Mark Kincaid. White flag is out. This is it. Jared Stone going to be involved. Balin Powell going to be out front, along with James Vanderrood, and it's not over. Colton Hefner, he's going to be crashed out. And look at the number 97. Brianna Laurent might be bringing home the top 5. Matt Banky going to still be in the running. And here they come out of turn at number 4. This is it. Here comes the 97 to the outside. He's going to take over 3rd place. Here he goes. He wants more. Can he get there? Jared Squires is going to take home 2nd on the outside with a run. Brianna Laurent bringing home a 5th. Let's go back and take a look at that finish, because wow, what a finish. Here they come out of turn number 4. Oh, looks like a little bit of a wall bang for Laurent, and she gets into Chris Isaacs, but they keep it straight. And look at Matt Bakey. He's going to be down there on the bottom. They're going to take it 3 wide. He comes up the track just a little bit, but look at the run that the 97 had. And there is a finish, about a half a car for 2nd and 3rd. Balin Powell going to bring home your win here at Daytona Superspeedway. The first race of the season. James Vanderrood going to be one of the biggest Jared Squires is going to be one of the biggest movers of the race. 2nd biggest mover, up 8 spots from where he started. But wow, what a finish that was. 75 laps in the books here at Daytona. All right. Well, let's see if we can't go track down some of our top 3. And James Vanderrood, he is going to be our first one. Let's see if we can't track him down. James is Richard up in the booth. You got a copy, my friend. Oh, doing pretty good. Doing pretty good. Man, third place finish. Man, that's not a bad way to end the night. But it looked like you had second place, kind of locked down. But that outside got a heck of a run and just pretty much took it away by a half a car. Well, you put on a pretty darn good show. You were up 3 spots, third place finish here at the Superspeedway. I mean, the Superspeedway, anybody can win. But, man, podium finish is not a bad way to start off the season. Man, tell us how you're feeling about being back. Absolutely, man. What a run. That number 25 Budweiser Chevrolet definitely had a pretty good speed in it. Stayed in the draft, kept it clean. Man, what a phenomenal job. Not a problem. Well, you know what comes with those podium finishes, as you are not a stranger to them. Man, you get all the shout outs that you would like to give, my friend. Absolutely. Well, man, this is your time to celebrate. Go celebrate with your teammates, and man, Old Atlanta coming up next week. That is going to be one tough cookie to tame. These custom setups, are they going to be a little bit easier for you to run? Absolutely. Can't wait to see what you can do next week, my friend. Have a have a good night. All right. Oh, I put him in the wrong. I put him in the wrong channel. There's 2 of them. Okay, he made it back up. All right. Well, that was our third place finisher, James Mataru. Great job. Congratulations once again. And let's see if we can't find Squires. Where is he? Jared. There he is. NBC. Jared, this is Richard up in the booth. You got a copy. Man, what a heck of a run on the outside, on that outside, almost pretty much all by yourself, and you were able to take that second place away from James Manderud. Man, tell us a little bit about that last lap. You were definitely making it happen. Now, about 10 laps to go, we saw a caution. Or, actually it was less than that. But, before that caution came out, you found yourself, quite a ways behind. Tell us what was going on with the car. Did you have a little bit of damage? I noticed I saw you brush up against the wall a few times. What was happening inside the race car? And then how did you rebound and put yourself on that podium? Well, John Deere Green on a hot summer night brings home a second place finish. Man, you can't be too too mad at that. Man, good to see it. Good to see you up there on the podium. Well, great night, man. You know what comes next. You can have all the shout outs that you would like to give, my friend. Absolutely. Well, Old Atlanta's coming up next week. Put the seat time in, and let's see that number 97 back on the podium next week. Not a problem, man. Have a good night. All right, well, now we find our winner chicken dinner, and that is going to be Mr. Balin Powell. He is going to be somewhere. Finally, found him. Huh, now where he's supposed to be. All right, Mr. Balin Powell, this is Richard up in the booth. You got a copy. Man, what a run. You bring home the win. You lost your teammate, a few laps back, but man, you were able to hold tough and hold everybody off, and you bring home the win here in the 2025 season. Man, tell us how you're feeling. Well, definitely had a good run here tonight. You were up a few positions, 2 positions from where you started. Not a bad way to start off the season with a win in the box. Man, next week you're going to go to a little bit different track. Usually Atlanta, the new Atlanta is like a Superspeedway, but y'all are racing the old Atlanta. So how do you think you're feeling about old Atlanta? Absolutely. Looking at the schedule, you got a pretty challenging schedule here. Can't wait to see what y'all can do throughout the season. You got Coda in 2 weeks. Definitely gonna I know y'all are gonna put in a lot of seat time for that. But man, not a bad way to finish out the night, bringing home that win. You know what comes next. Give all those shout outs that you would like to give, my friend. You definitely earned them. All righty. Well, I appreciate that. All right, we'll go down there and celebrate, and we will catch you next week at Old Atlanta. All right, somebody said we didn't have any driver audio, but showing that we had an indicator for it, so I'll have to look into that. But it's been 75 laps of, fuel saving strategies, and then a checkered flag finishing with the 11 of Balin Powell in the winner's circle. But it's been a good night. Next week we will be at Old Atlanta. So that should be some pretty exciting 1.5 mile racing, as these cars are very unpredictable. Can't wait to see what goes down there. They'll be racing at 90 laps with a stage break at lap number 23. But so join us next week for that, February 19th. But we appreciate everybody that tuned into tonight's race. Old Glory appreciates it, and we will catch y'all next time. Appreciate it, Mark. Hate to see you all the way back there in the back, but your team got to win. But we'll see y'all next week.